I think one of the great things about the sport of lacrosse is regardless of your physical stature, tall, short, whether you're somebody that's a little bit on the faster side, somebody that's a little bit more meant for distance, the sport really captures a lot of people's strengths. And whether you grew up with it as a sport in your elementary school levels or you're just coming to the sport later in your career as a middle school or high school student athlete, it really plays on everybody's strengths. So pulls from my favorite sports, basketball, ice hockey, soccer. So people can expect to see a lot of those sports represented both from an offensive defense perspective, transition game, and really plays, like I said, to so many of these young women's strengths as they grow up as athletes, and they can incorporate all of their background athleticism into the game of lacrosse. And so I think that's why it's taken off, is because it's really exciting, it's a fast-paced sport, there's a lot of scoring, and so for a lot of these families and fans and young women, it's a sport where they're really excited to get to know it and to play it. And this program is being started the right way. And what I mean specifically by that, I mean everything from a budget to a facility to the support staff. And you see women's lacrosse programs getting added every single year at all different divisions, Division 1, 2, 3, and NAIA. And so I've seen this go really well, and I've seen programs get started where they're not funded correctly with all the scholarships and all the opportunities for the young women. And so for me, when Eastern Michigan came on my radar not too long ago, I knew that after looking on the inside of this program that it had every single thing it needed for the young women that are going to be a part of this program to be successful. And for me, I've been very fortunate, like you said, to do this 3 times. And it was something that was a non-negotiable for me, that I knew that we had to be fully funded with all 12 scholarships. We had to have a facility that was designed for women's lacrosse. We had to have a budget to support this, to make sure that we had all the resources we needed to make sure these young women that are going to be a part of this program have an excellent experience. You name it, you're going to find it in the game of lacrosse, both because of how we play when we're in the zone, how we transition, and then some really unique elements. You know, the draw, for example, and how we set up and start every possession is really unique. Some of the rules around penalties in the scoring area are really unique and kind of give that vibe of almost like a shootout in soccer. And so all these fans are going to find the different elements that they love within this game. I think something that's really unique and important, and why we encourage all of our friends in the Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor, Detroit area to come out and support us, is because these young women that said yes to Eastern Michigan are coming from all across the country. Because the game of lacrosse is growing in so many different pockets. Players from Texas, California, Colorado, Florida, Minnesota are looking for homes, not in their home state, and looking for opportunities to be part of programs that are, unique to them. And so for a lot of these young women that are going to be a part of this program, they've never been to the state of Michigan before, and then they've certainly not been to necessarily the Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area. And so we're going to need our fans and huge supporters of Eastern to wrap their arms around these players and really support them and help them love the school that they've, loved for so many years, either as alumni or just, members of our community. And so as we bring these great student athletes from across the country to Ypsilanti, it's super important that we have these fans engaged and knowing that, we want you to be a part of our program as we grow this sport here at Eastern.